Afternoon, everyone. Oh, what a day. Had to get this coop, which was just the frame, and the frame was broken, from the front paddock all the way out the back. Matthew actually helped me, which was very helpful. I put the supports from the IBC cage in there, and they are working beautifully to provide support. So I've cable tied them on down there. There's one down the other end as well.
And here's Mr. Cuddles.
Yeah, this is Mr. Cuddles. He was given to us. And one day Matthew will learn not to yell around the animals because he just scared Mr. Cuddles.
I love you.
And so yeah, Mr. Cuddles was a rescue. Somebody dropped him off because he started crowing. And these girls in here were given to us because they're 3 or 4 year old hens, and their owner just wasn't able to. She just started full-time work after homeschooling for long time, over a decade. So she just didn't have time for them anymore. So she gave us those 5 plus a Rhode Island Red, which I've put in with my other girls. Generally, it's not a good idea to put one chicken in with with more than one chicken. So I'm hoping they don't harass her too much. I'm pretty sure she's the one hiding underneath the feeder. But everyone seems to be getting along nicely. And a light Sussex, which I've put with the light Sussexes, along with the Plymouth Rock, which I also put with that one so that I wasn't putting her in there on her own, because I know those light Sussex are a bit feisty. But they lay really well, and they're a big bird. So yeah, the other thing I've done today is I've put new covers on these 2 chicken coops, and I'm about to add that onto that one down there. So it's been a big day. So I needed to put perches in there, I needed to organise a nesting box, a waterer, feeder. So yes, and these girls, Jonathan wants to say hello. You gonna say hello? So these girls are going to be working with these girls and those girls to prepare these garden beds. So yeah, the garden's doing really well at the moment. I'm really pleased. So this is some bok choy and some beetroot coming up nicely, and hopefully Jonathan's not about to stand on it. I've got some land cress there to protect the bok choy and the kale that I think I've gotten in one of the other beds. I've got some chamomile, some basil, some calendula, a gerbera. I like gerbers. There's a tomato in there because calendula is actually part of the marigold family, so my theory is that it's going to be similar to the marigold. So marigold, basil and tomato all are companion plants. They do really well together. The carrots don't seem to be doing all that well in there, so I've got some more carrots that I'm going to plant in there. The rhubarb seems to be doing really well. It's really happy. Then I've got some dill over here, some coriander and some parsley that a box fell on. I got some TLC plants from Mitre 10 the other day. So they're like $1 for a punnet of really leggy lettuce, which if they survive, wonderful. If they don't, And those 2 there, I think are capsicum, but I got them for $1 because the label had gone off them, so they were nice and cheap.
Mr. Cuddles trying to scratch me.
Yeah, we'll have to put Mr. Cuddles in the coop. So we actually had Mr. Cuddles in there with my mixed layers, but I want to put my meat rooster in there. So now that I've got these girls, I'm going to put Mr. Cuddles in with these girls because they're a similar size.
I planted the strawberries in.
Yes, Matthew's planted some strawberries along here and some strawberries along there. And they've got some coloured cauliflower in there, and borage, I think is that one. And then I got some orange trees planted along there and some really leggy lettuce. And a gerbera. So yeah, I'm quite pleased, and I've put a bit of a trenchy swale type thing along there to help, and I'll be able to put the grey water there so that it actually can soak in. But I want to continue that trench along there. No, he's having fun giving Mr. Cuddles. Unusual to be able to cuddle a rooster, which is why this one's called Mr. Cuddles. He was actually given to us as Mr. Cuddles. So hopefully he doesn't choose now to start being... Jonathan, you're going to step on the garden.
Done.
Jonathan doesn't quite understand that the garden is not to be stepped on. Oh, and I've got the plants over there are all doing really well that I planted the other day. My Rhode Island red rooster is very, very happy. So yeah, everyone's doing really well. I'm quite pleased. I need to get some wood chips put down here just to prepare the soil a bit more since the chickens were here, because I've had the chickens here and then the chickens were there and now the girls are there. So they've prepared this bed really, really well. You should see what they're doing in here. They've only been in here for a couple of days, but they are just tilling that up beautifully. Tilling that ground up beautifully. Oh dear. Someone dropped Mr. Cuddles. So now you weren't holding him properly. So now I'm going to have to go catch Mr. Cuddles. This could be entertaining. Although Mr. Cuddles is fairly quiet. But you're nowhere near him. Matthew, if we bring him up in between the two coops like we did before, it'll make it easier to catch him. Not the best way to catch Mr. Cuddles.
But if you only can grab
But when you've only got one hand,
you can grab his
I'm holding him a lot nicer now. We're happy with Mr. Cuddles again. You've got to hold Mr. Cuddles properly so that he doesn't scratch you. So anyway, I'm going to put Mr. Cuddles in with his new girls. Don't step on the garden, Matty. You're standing on the carrots. The carrots are there. Move. Hop off them. It's definitely a good idea to put barricades around them. But I had to put the barricades around here for the chickens. So let's put Mr. Cuddles in with his new hens. Oh, Mr. Cuddles is happy.
Hello, people. I'm done ready for an attack. Again!
Oh, Mr. Cuddles is saying, hello, young lady.
Hello!
He likes his new girls.
Again!
Now, whether or not the new girls like him or not is another matter, because they're not used to having a rooster around.
Go! Go! Hey, guys!
But these are all quite small hens, these ones, which is, I don't have very many small hens in my flock. Most of them are the big dual purpose birds. I'm pretty sure these birds are basically layers.
Big.
That one I think is an Araucana. Either that one is or the grey one.
Grey.
The grey one's definitely part Araucana, so I think I may actually get some Easter eggs.
Easter eggs?
Which basically just means either a blue or a green egg.
I like
Oh, he's going to get henpecked. I might need to take her and put her into a different pen. But anyway, there's the update for today. Hope you've enjoyed seeing our new chickens. These girls are all quite old, so they're not going to lay a lot. But they're going to do a great job at tilling up the garden. So yes, quite pleased with these. They're very pretty too. Anyway, have a great day. And any comments, questions or suggestions, leave them below. Bless you.